YouTube. Gonna get into this real quick. So the point of this video is to kind of let you know that you don't have to go out and buy a brand new $550 RC to have something that's fun or nice. This is old Redcat Gen 7. It's got portal axles under it. Broke the rear housing on it probably, I don't know, 10 or 12 runs ago. I'm gonna put a new housing on it eventually, not on this video, but I will. I'll make a quick video how to rebuild it. That's a Gen 8 V2 portal, I think. What's under it? I don't know. It's got all the steering up inside the frame instead of the servo on axle and stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna jump right into this. I'm gonna give it a quick makeover. I'm gonna put a body on it that I painted myself. Pretty simple. Cut it out with a pair of Lexan scissors. I'm gonna put some wheels and tires on it. Had to do a little assembly. Actually put the screws in it because they just put 2 screws in each point. But otherwise, all this stuff's cheap. Those are Amazon tires. 1.9 wheels. I can't remember exactly how big the tires are, see if it say on it. They are 4.72 tall, 1.58 wide. So this is my wife's truck. My son picked all the colors out. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to lose the nifty little bumper that she loves so much. But anyway, I'm gonna swap all this stuff out real quick and then let you see the finished product. Like I said, just tires and a body. Alright guys, real quick, show you kind of difference in axle clearance there. You can see it leaning. The new tires are clearly bigger. Of course, they're not pooching near as much. And there's a good side-by-side comparison. The tires that are on, of course, are stock Gen 7 IROCs. Perform remarkably well. Those tires really do great. I would put a set of some kind of scale tire on it. It's probably what I'll end up with. I've got swampers for one of my builds. I've got knockoff mudslingers for another build, and then I've got boggers on my others. They're XLs. The swampers will be XLs, but those boggers don't really perform as good as I want, but they do great. These IROCs, honestly, probably the most well-rounded tire out of all of them. I'm really impressed. Of course, they're the Pro Series foams or whatever, but you know, I really ain't got much money in this thing other than the body and the tires I'm putting on it now. This thing I bought used off of Facebook Marketplace. I bought it and my son's Gen 7. So I got a Gen 7 Pro with portals already under it. One of them needed some bearings. And then I got the Gen 7, and it was bone stock if I remember right. The tires wore down pretty good on it. But I give $225 for both trucks. And I've had these things probably 2.5, almost 3 years now, something like that. They honestly have not cost me hardly any money. I think I ended up with a motor on both of them, rebuilt the transmission in his, and drive shafts in his twice, and a couple axle shafts. I ended up putting Pro axle shafts in his front axle because it had the regular axles in it. Well, he's broken a set of those, so he drives kind of like Kevin Talbot, Dennis Anderson. Those are the people he watches, Ryan Anderson, all those boys. And he thinks that treating an RC like Kevin Talbot does is normal, and my bank account does not agree. So definitely struggle a little bit in that department. But anyhow, let me set this body on here. I haven't adjusted any kind of post or made anything yet, but I think it looks pretty sick. Oh yeah, it needs a little love, of course, but my son picked the color out for this truck. I told him I would paint it any color he wanted for Mommy, and this is what he picked out. And he helped pick the wheels out too. That is the Pro line stepside. I think it's a 78 Chevy stepside square body. I'll have to do a little extra trimming, it looks like, for the front tires to clear when you turn, or lift the body up a little bit in the front. I ain't decided if I like the rear or the front better, but the rear looks like it'll probably clear. I did have to take that little rear bumper off. Had the gas can and stuff on it. It was cool, but I don't think Mama will be very upset with this. But I painted that myself. All Traxxas paint. That's the Traxxas Hot Pink. And I don't feel like the camera's doing it any justice, but this thing really pops. I taped the top off in the white. Done all that, tinted the windows. So guys, that's a Redcat Gen 7 sitting there. Even though it don't look anything like a Redcat anymore. You really wouldn't know that that's a Redcat looking at it. But it is. It is pretty slick. And I'll throw all my tools on the floor while I'm doing this. But I have had nothing but great luck out of these things, honestly. For as cheap as they are compared to your $550 TRX4 high trails, these trucks do great. They may not have the 2-speed transmission, but they still got a 17-turn motor. They're waterproof. You can absolutely go about anywhere you want to aim it and go, they'll go. Guys, I can't say enough good about Redcat, honestly, and I never dreamed I would say this when I grew up. Traxxas was a thing. Well, then I bought a Stampede 2-wheel drive, which was stock 12-turn Titan motor on it and stuff. Bigfoot. And it was a great truck. Done really good. My brother-in-law went and bought a Revo 2.0, and I bought an Arma about the same time, 6S Notorious, when they first come out. My Notorious was bomb-proof. His Revo was not. And we weren't really bashing them to the extent that Kevin Talbot does, by no means. But it didn't take us long to realize that the Arma was tougher than the Traxxas. He put a faster motor on it because the ESC burned up, so went to the Mamba system and all that. And it was a absolute force to be reckoned with speed-wise. But just to run what mine would run out of the box, it was always breaking links and stuff. So then I got into exploring other brands, you know, because Arma really surprised me. And I found Redcat crawlers, got into the E10s. Now I've got a couple of these Gen 7s. It's really kind of a love-hate relationship to tell you which one I like better, but I will say this. The Gen 7 is a great platform to tinker with. The E10 is the same. So I'm going to make a couple more videos on it. But guys, like, subscribe,